Hi, so I'm here up on the Sugar Loaf in Wicklow. We've just been visiting the beautiful cairns that are on the north side of the Sugar Loaf. There's two cairns, really beautiful. And I'm in the middle of trying to propose a project to the government to expand Glen the Downs. But if we want to think even bigger, we want to connect to Powerscourt. So here's Powerscourt here. It's so beautiful, look. This side here is Coillte plantations and this side here is native. So, and here is your other woods. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. But what you want to, juice woods here. So if we want to think on a really big scale to have, you know, wood for our building, which is really important, and then wood for biodiversity side by side, which is the job that Minister Pippa Hackett has. We have to start thinking on a large scale, and we also have to get it all in the next 10 to 15 years. The reason for that is as global warming takes place and your heat increases and also major water events, which Ireland's going to have both of. It'll have drought and water events, so as in bigger storms, larger amounts of water. And we saw that in April and May 2021 with hailstones, you know, really unusual events, and that's because the Gulf Stream is not working. So your normal weather patterns are really going to alter. So the idea is that if we get our trees in now on a large scale, within 20 years they'll be mature enough, they'll be able to withstand those droughts, and they'll be able to stabilize land in times of water and retain the water on the land, so it creates slow release. So take a look here. Here is Glen the Downs at the moment. You can see it there with the cars traveling through. And what I'm proposing is we're going to expand on this side, making one connection, because the farmer owns the land here of course, but making one connection in the centre right across the Downs Hill. Now this is the ancient hill of the Coillte tribe, and you want to gradually decommission all the wood here, and what we're doing is we're expanding all the oak and native species into the top of the hill. So you can see it there. This creates a brand new huge national park, creates tourism in the area, and then grows your biodiversity out of Glen the Downs into the surrounding woods. You know, there's no point in starting with a new wood somewhere. You want to grow off an existing wood that has loads of biodiversity in it. Now Glen the Downs does not necessarily have loads of biodiversity in it. Our biodiversity is in huge crisis. You know, you've hardly any red squirrel. You don't really see rabbits anywhere. I don't know what the foxes are feeding on. All birds are in decline, most birds. You do have an increase in certain non-native birds actually coming here now because of the temperature changes in Europe. It's too hot for them, so they're coming here instead. But focusing on the forest aspect, when you build your forest, all the wildlife comes. You don't need to worry, it will come. It's proven time and time again to work. So I think, to me, it makes so much sense for Minister Malcom Noonan, Minister Pippa Hackett to come together with Coillte and our local ministers and hopefully help make this connection happen. I've spoken with certain people in the background. People are really interested in the idea, but we just have to bring everybody to the table and make it happen. So if people can see the beautiful Glen the Downs here, imagine it expanding into Downs Hill, leaving the hill fort exposed at the top, the old hill fort, and then creating one connector. So you have to purchase fields from some of the farmers here or partner with them, and it's continuous forest cover. So we're not going to cut this. This is permanent wood, and it creates what's called a wildlife corridor. So the wildlife highway, imagine a highway just like your cars, but it's for all your wildlife. You travel from Powerscourt, which is here, all the way through by Juice Woods, down through the marsh here, this is your marsh area, down through your marsh, and then up through here. So it creates this large connection. So from here, all the way down through the marsh area and into Powerscourt. And you can also have a small connector then going to Vartree. There's Vartree there. This is the reservoir of Vartree over here. You can create a corridor along the Vartree stream to Vartree. So then you created 3 connections to each other. 1, Glen the Downs, 2, Vartree Reservoir, and 3, Powerscourt. That is green infrastructure, you know, that is really giving our nature a chance to come back and creating a future for our children. that's going to work. Okay, thank you so much, and just a little shot of the Sugar Loaf.